You open your phone like you always do. Not even thinking, just muscle memory. Swipe, tap, scroll. The red and white icon should be right there. But today, it's not. Weird. You search for it. Nothing. Your homepage looks a bit too clean. You swipe down to refresh. Still nothing. You search YouTube on your browser, because maybe your phone's acting up, and what comes up instead is a plain white screen with a short message. This site is no longer available. No logo. No explanation. No redirect. Just that. First, you're confused. Then annoyed. Then genuinely worried. You text a friend. Is YouTube down? He says he thought it was just for him. Then someone posts a shaky video on another platform. YouTube is gone? That's when it hits you. It's not a glitch. It's not a joke. It's not some government block or server crash. YouTube, the place where you spent hours, maybe years of your life, is just gone. And suddenly you're not thinking about videos anymore. You're thinking about your routines. That 5-minute motivational video you watch every morning? Gone. The recipe you always pull up while cooking pasta? Gone. That one creator who made you feel less alone at 3 a.m.? Completely unreachable. Your playlists, your saved tutorials, your favorite podcasts, your bookmarked workouts, your niche rabbit holes, wiped out like they never existed. You switch to other apps trying to fill the void. But it's not the same. Nothing feels like home. And what's worse is you're not alone in this emptiness. Millions of people are scrolling, refreshing, asking, where do we go now? But that's only the beginning. Because as the hours pass, something strange starts happening in the real world. Something you didn't expect. Something that feels way bigger than just the loss of an app. And it's just getting started. The first thing you notice is silence. Not real silence. There's still noise, notifications, life, but a different kind of silence. The kind where your brain's usual background hum just stops. No autoplay. No 10-minute reviews you never asked for but always watched. No late night, just one more video spiral. And weirdly, your day feels longer. Not better, not worse. Just stretched out, like there's suddenly space you don't know how to fill. Across the world, people start reacting. Some are furious, creators especially. For many, this was their entire career. Not a side hustle, not a hobby, but their livelihood. Tutorials, product breakdowns, music covers, gaming streams, life advice, all built on a single platform. Years of videos, audiences, trust, gone in a single blink. Overnight, the people you used to see every day just vanish. Not even a last video to say goodbye. But it's not just creators. It's teachers who used YouTube to explain complex topics in simple ways. It's students who relied on one channel to understand things their textbooks couldn't. It's parents who needed a break and trusted a playlist to keep their kid busy for 10 minutes. It's people in villages learning skills, fixing machines, even building homes because of something they watched. All of them stranded in this sudden blackout. And when that blackout stretches into days, people start shifting. Some scramble to other platforms, uploading, reposting, shouting into the void. But it's chaotic. There's no central place. No search engine as vast. No algorithm that knew you like that. The internet feels like an unorganized garage sale, and everyone's yelling. And then there are the people who slow down, who start to notice the weird quiet in their minds. The itch to consume something. The space that YouTube used to fill now left open, not just with boredom, but with an odd kind of emotional weight. Because this wasn't just about watching videos. It was about belonging. Feeling like someone else out there was just as obsessed with obscure animation breakdowns or bizarre historical facts. It was comfort, identity, escape. But now that escape hatch is gone. And slowly people start looking elsewhere. But not always in the healthiest directions. Because in the absence of something this big, what grows in its place can be unexpected. And here's where things start getting really weird. First, it's subtle. You see random channels on other platforms claiming they're the new YouTube. Shaky apps pop up overnight, promising better features, zero ads, even creator freedom. But none of them feel right. They're messy, unpredictable. And the ones that do gain traction, they're either too corporate, too chaotic, or too niche. People jump between them like digital nomads, searching for something that feels like home again. And in the middle of this storm, something unexpected starts happening offline. Libraries see more footfall. Not a lot, we're not going full 180, but enough to notice. Book sales creep up. Podcasts spike. People start talking more about what they used to watch, swapping USBs like it's 2005. A weird nostalgia kicks in, not for a time before YouTube, but for YouTube itself. Suddenly, it's spoken of like a lost civilization. Remember that guy who used to narrate ancient mythology like it was a gossip story? What about that creator who built a house with no tools? Everyone has that one channel they miss. But not everyone is nostalgic. Some are angry. The internet becomes more fragmented and so does attention. People dive into shorter, more addictive formats not because they like it more, but because it's available. The depth that long-form video offered is missing. And slowly, there's this sense that we're becoming more reactive, more rushed, like everything is scrollable but nothing sticks. And here's the twist, misinformation, once somewhat cushioned by explainers and counterpoints on YouTube, now spreads unchecked. Without those calm, 30-minute here's what's actually happening videos, the loudest voices win. Nuance loses. Conspiracy theories grow teeth. People don't have the patience to research when there's no trusted hub anymore, so they believe what feels right instead of what is right. Meanwhile, creators who thrived in long-form storytelling, breakdowns, education, they're either silent, struggling to adapt, or worse, giving in to the quick-hit content that keeps engagement high but depth low. It's like watching chefs be forced to cook using only vending machines. And the emotional toll? That's where it gets real. For some, it's frustration. For others, loss. And for a surprising number of people, it's grief. Actual grief. Not just for the content, but for what it represented. A sense of connection. A digital neighborhood. A mirror, a stage, a classroom, a confession booth. All gone. But in the middle of this chaos, something shifts. A few unexpected voices start rising, not louder, just clearer. They're not trying to replace YouTube. They're trying to ask something deeper. Because maybe the real question isn't, where did YouTube go? Maybe it's, why did we need it so badly in the first place? Eventually, months will pass. The chaos will quiet down, the headlines will move on, and life will start to reshape itself without YouTube. But something will feel off. New platforms will emerge, some flashy, some desperate to claim the throne, but none will quite be it. Creators will scatter. Some will rebuild their audiences piece by piece. Others will pivot or disappear completely. The digital world will become more fragmented, more scattered, less unified. Viewers like you will eventually adapt. You'll form new habits, some intentional, some accidental. You might find other outlets for curiosity, articles, podcasts, community forums. You'll even enjoy the quiet sometimes. But even after months, your thumb will still occasionally twitch toward the spot where the YouTube app used to be. That reflex won't go away easily. Because it won't just be about watching, it'll be about what it meant to watch. That space, that rhythm, that sense of connection. And eventually, people will begin to talk about YouTube like it was a place, not a site. Remember when you could fall asleep to strangers talking about history or chess or the universe? Remember that one creator who always made you feel like things made sense? So if YouTube does disappear forever, the biggest question won't be what fills the screen next. It'll be, what did YouTube fill in us, and will anything ever fill it again?